Coming up on this episode of The Power of Real Estate.
Some people don't have anybody. They might have 5 people on their email list. But
some people don't even have an email list, but that's Michelle, the coach, talking.
Michelle, are you ready?
Hey, baby. This did not come out.
She spent over 20 years as a successful realtor and realtor coach, recipient of over 40 sales, leadership, and literary awards from the legendary Music Row in Nashville. This is The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I'm excited. We've got Mr. Ron Hill here in the studio with us. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Michelle. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you're here. I like to call Ron the marketing genius. And what did you say about the word genius?
What did I say about the word genius?
Genius is
it's
about...
in the eye. It's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness! You need to keep up with what you're saying. No, but anyway, so I'm so glad to have you here, and share with our audience. So one of the things that I see all the time is that real estate agents a lot of times have a website, but they don't necessarily drive traffic to the website.
Yes.
And so it drives me crazy. I'll talk to an agent and they're like, yeah, I've got a website. I just don't ever get any traffic from it. It's not helping me generate leads. It's not helping me grow my business. And I'm sure you hear this every day, all day long from entrepreneurs, real estate agents, all that. So anyway, so here's the thing. I asked Ron to come in and share 3 ways to send traffic to your website. The marketing genius is in the house, and we're going to get some information, some good details here. So we're going to talk about 3 ways to send traffic to your website. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I like that. I like a man who's ready.
I'd be prepared. I was a Boy Scout. So.
Oh, I was a Girl Scout. Now we're in trouble. All right. So, Ron, let's talk about the 3 ways to send traffic to your website. What is number 1? What's way number 1?
Number 1 would be to join a Facebook group or create one of your own. A lot of realtors that I've talked to use Facebook extensively for their marketing, or they try to. Some of them say, we don't really manage it correctly. You're on Facebook. It's kind of the same thing. They're on Facebook, but they're not managing the Facebook page. But one of the things you can do is create either a Facebook group yourself, or there's a lot of Facebook groups out there that are relative to realtors. If you join those groups, you can then go in those groups and start sharing some different things that are in your wheelhouse. Share some expert tips, to help other realtors. And I find that if you can give value to other people, that value will come back to you.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I am a licensed real estate agent. Plus, of course, I have this, coaching business that I really spend most of my time and efforts on. And it's interesting because I am a member of a number of private realtor groups, real estate agent groups. They're giving out information. So it's also, I think, what your point is, what you put into it, you're going to get out of it.
Absolutely.
And I always say, too, you really want to learn something, teach it. Yeah. Or share about it, and so that's what you're really talking about, is that principle, as well as, hey, don't just join the group, but get active and all of that. And so that's such great information, and it's so true. But also what's great too is that in these groups, a lot of times you have people that are from all over the country, and you'll have people that are more open to share how they're really doing something. Sure. A lot of real estate agents don't always share what they're doing to generate their leads because, it's kind of that scarcity mindset. So they, they got their own thing going on, but they're certainly not going to tell anybody else what they're doing and how they're doing it. And so because they're seeing the people that are asking, that are in their office, in their town, in their city, whatever, they're saying, well, these are my competitors. I can't tell. And so what happens is people tend to be a little bit more open a lot of times in these groups because they don't really necessarily see it as that other people that are really their competitors are going to make a difference. Sure. So that's a fantastic idea. There's so many reasons.
Well, you got to think of it like this. A lot of people go to entrepreneurs, real estate agents, go to network groups. Well, when you're joining these groups, it really is essentially like a networking opportunity when you become active in the group and you start sharing different things, different expert advice, asking for expert advice on certain things. So be a little bit vulnerable out there to where people can start building that bridge of trust with you, and then that's a great way then to start offering some things that could take them back to your website.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends, too, on who you're trying to attract. So if you're a real estate agent, you're trying to attract buyers, sellers, builders, investors, whatever it is, you can always start a public group.
Sure.
You can always do a hip Nashville if you're trying to, get a Nashville group or whatever, or some kind of a new construction or whatever, whatever you want to call it, or even your zip code or whatever. And so I've seen that where when you open up a group like that, you go onto it and you're looking at kind of who's running it and you realize, oh, this is really being run by a real estate agent. And you look at their rules and it's like, you can't sell or be promoting, this or that. Right. And so you can do that, but it's a fantastic way. Here's the big deal. It's a huge commitment.
Yes.
And so if you're going to really grow it and really do something with it, so that's fantastic. Yeah. So 3 ways to send traffic to your website. When you're starting a group, the only thing I would say is, like I said a minute ago, make sure that you're taking into consideration who you're trying to get.
Yes.
What is exactly what you're trying to do. So are you trying to generate listings, buyer leads, new construction? So just think about that, because if you're trying to generate new business, don't open a private Facebook group for real estate agents.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're talking with Mr. Ron Hill with Marketing Genius, my Marketing Genius. And so he's with marketingglove.com. And so
it's Marketing Grip.
Oh, Marketing Grip. I don't know why I always say glove. We were talking about the glove thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, marketinggrip.com. So we're talking about 3 ways to send traffic to your website. So Ron, what's number 2?
Number 2, create a freebie or an opt-in incentive. And I really like this because this gives you an opportunity to really position yourself as an expert in something. So let's say you have a checklist of some type that's maybe 15 ways to get more out of your home, or 15 ways to stage your home. If give that value to those people, whether it's sellers or buyers, whoever that you're targeting, so that they have an incentive to want to come back to your site time and time again.
That's so good. We're talking with Ron here, Ron Hill. He is my marketing genius, and I'm willing to share him a little bit. And so we've got him in the studio today talking about 3 ways to send traffic to your website. I think that when you're doing a freebie, so you get that created and you've got a way for people to access it. And so you're sending that to the website. I've got that going on with my Nashville Michelle website, which is my real estate agent website. And as you know, so there's a button that says Michelle's Freebies. And so people can go there for checklists and, all different kinds of things. And it's interesting because putting the freebie on the website is just the first part. So coming up and writing it and creating it and all that kind of stuff, that's just the first part. But really, you've got to drive that traffic to the website. Right. And so you can use something like canva.com to do an image, a marketing image, and it's CANVA, canva.com. There's a free version to it. You don't have to pay for it. You can do some kind of a marketing meme, and then in the post on Facebook or Instagram, put the link to the website and say, hey, if you're a first-time home buyer and don't even know where to go, get my 7-step checklist, or something like that. And so let's say that's what your specialty is first-time home buyers. So, and then you put the link to the website, but you got this great meme, and I would always recommend putting your face on it because there's some statistics that say that people tend to stop and read posts that have a person's face. Yeah. And so, but you can, do something like that.
You can do the meme. You could do a live video.
Videos. Preach.
Videos are the king as far as online, on Google, on Facebook, search engines. Video is king. So, you can definitely do that and drive people to your site for that freebie.
And then go on ahead and you can even share that then to other groups. So let's say that you've got that first-time home buyer, you can then send it to local groups that are for your town, your city, the area that, that you're trying to really generate some leads from. Yeah. I just listed a home this week. I had a marketing video done. And I went into the city, so it's in Gallatin, so I went into Hip Gallatin, and I noticed that within 24 hours, I had over 50 views for the video just from that one Facebook group. And people were already making comments. And then I actually got a showing appointment later that afternoon for that home and wondered if it may have been driven from putting it on the website, on that Facebook group. So, just a thought, but that helps to drive that traffic. So if you're going to do something like that, make sure you're getting it out. Yeah. A lot of people are doing a lot of great things. They're just not doing more.
Right.
And so, so we're talking with Ron Hill. He is my marketing genius. His website is marketinggrip.com. And we're talking about 3 ways to send send traffic to your website. Ron, what is the third way?
The third is to grow your email list, send regular emails to your subscribers. And so this is a great way to be able to drive people back to your website, people that you have networked with, people that maybe have come to your website before, but maybe you didn't give them a reason to stay. So a lot of times realtors are instead of being active, they're
reactive.
Yeah, reactive would be proactive. And so when people come to your website, you want to give them an incentive and a reason to come back. And so I hear realtors all the time, I'm wanting to generate leads, wanting to get leads. Well, to get those leads, you also have to give something. So as we were talking about, one of our points before is creating a freebie. So have people opt in at your site for that freebie. So when they come to your main web page, get their information, that they give them an incentive to be able to get a free download, get a free book, get a free video. There's all kinds of incentives that you can give to them to get that information. And then you can turn around and then market back to them and utilize that email list. A lot of times people say, well, I don't have really a lot of people on my email list. Well, if you've got 50 people on your email list, you've got 50 people you can talk to. If you've got 100 people on your email list, you've got 100 people you can talk to. So you've got to start with who you know and who you've already got. And then some people don't have anybody. They might have 5 people on their email list. But
some people don't even have an email list, but that's Michelle, the coach, talking.
But I've actually met entrepreneurs that literally have had tens of thousands of people on their email list and do nothing with their email list, don't even market to that email list. And so, yeah, that's such a great opportunity for you to be able to touch people consistently on a regular basis and build that relationship.
That's right. You got to touch them. And we're talking not in a creepy way. But anyways.
Nicely.
3 ways to send traffic to your website with Mr. Ron Hill. Ron, I'm so excited you came in today. What fantastic information. Promise me you're going to come back.
Absolutely. I'll come back.
Now y'all probably know why it is. I love me some Ron Hill, and I call him the marketing genius. He's a little humble, but if you want to reach out to Ron, you can always go to marketinggrip.com. That's his website. He's amazing. I think you got some freebies on there too.
Yes.
So look, this is some great information. And look, I just want to encourage people right now. If your business isn't where you want it to be and you're not driving traffic to your website, you're not communicating with your database, maybe you don't even have a database. Here's what I want to say. We've thrown out a lot of really great ideas. Ron these are 3 of many ideas that he has. Let me just say this. Just pick one and just kill it. Okay, yes. Just kill it. And so focus on who it is that you are really wanting to do business with. And so I'm writing some articles now, and I sat down and said, I love to work with sellers. I'm not your girl when it comes to buyers, but I like to work with sellers. And so, so I sat down and said, okay, if I'm going to write for this magazine, I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to write articles mostly for sellers, potential sellers, and how do they get the most money for their home? Why do they want to list their home during the holidays? What about this? What about that? But I only am writing in an entire year. I'm only writing 1 article for buyers. The rest is all sellers because that's really what I'm trying to attract. So I want you to sit down and I want you to really think about your business. What do you like to do? And then I want you to think about all the things Ron shared today and just pick one thing and just do it really, really well. And then once you get that up and running, you're doing that really, really well, then have a step 2. And so, and I say this all the time when I speak and teach, and I'm going to say it again, get you a plan, and that's what we're talking about here, and then work the plan. Make the plan, then work the plan. Make the plan, work the plan. I hope you made some notes today of all these great things that Ron and I were talking about. These are fantastic ideas, and I can't wait to hear about how your website is generating some leads for you and traffic, and that's a fantastic way to be able to build your business and really build and add value to people's lives. And hey, by the way, if you've always wanted to grow your real estate business by adding new home construction sales, boy, have I got the book for you. I got to tell you, I spent 10 years, the first 10 years of my now 24-year history of being in the business, selling new home construction. I've been a VP of sales and marketing for a home builder. as well. And so I want to tell you, I've just released a brand new book called New Home Selling Simplified. So I had Selling Simplified, which is an award-winning book, and now I have New Home Selling Simplified. And it tells you all different kinds of stuff about how to get builder business, how to sell new home construction, how to keep builder business, what do builders think about realtors and why, and how you can do things right instead of wrong. And so I got to tell you, if you even thinking about growing your business or doing any kind of new home construction business and with your or sales with your business, this is the book for you. Go and get your copy of New Home Selling Simplified by visiting realestatecoachingsimplified.com. I know for sure you're going to be glad you did. All right. Well, thank you again, Ron.
Hey,
I appreciate you coming, and promise me you're going to come back.
Oh, absolutely, I will.
All right. All right. Well, we'll see you next time right here on The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Realtors, if you're ready for the latest tools, scripts, and techniques, visit realestatecoachingsimplified.com. We'll see you next time on The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.